I was trying to match you. Hello, everybody.
Oh man. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
How is everyone? It's been a while since we've done a Monday,
Yeah.
but we're here. We're doing it. It's happening. We'll let
Yeah.
some people come in.
I see Pomsy is here and Scooter. What up, guys?
Pomsey, Henry Gonzo, Burnt Relic, Shady, Kaleidoscope of Knives.
And Henry G. Oreo.
Look,
Hey.
Oreo Dave. What is Burnt Kaleidoscope? Memorial Day, Mental Health Monday, and I'm off work to be able to enjoy it. Thank you so much to those who gave it all for me to enjoy and love my family, friends, and hobbies. Yes. Heck, yes.
That's a great thing. I actually saw like a short on Instagram where it was like day off from work, sales everywhere. No. This is about a day of appreciation and respect. And I was like, yeah, that goes hard. Like that, it's very true.
Yes. Brand new American and Gerbs.
Yo, what's going on? That there is some consideration for that.
I
I'll
still
just
need I still need a regular Aurelia myself.
how you doing, DNA man? It's nice to see him around.
But yes, how is everyone doing? Um, did you all have a good weekend? That's what we were talking about before the live started.
Yeah, both of us had very chill weekends, which is nice, man. Like I don't know, has things been like in your sphere in your world, Maddie? Like have things been kind of like intense lately?
What do you mean by I don't have Blade Show prep?
Say that again.
I don't have Blade Show prep to worry about or anything like you
Oh no,
guys.
no, no. It's just something that I've noticed, like something that I always like to do when I like talk with people or if I'm in groups of people. I like to kind of take like the barometer of what's
Tony,
happening to people across the board,
Tony.
guys. And yeah, like it's just interesting how many people experience like a shared experience at the same time, right? Like yeah, my version of intensity or Donnie's version of intensity would be like Blade Show prep. But if you like think of like the homie Stevie's been like dealing with work and prep and he's got a lot of stuff on his plate right now. So that's his version of intensity, you know. But it has been higher for him lately, like it's been for us lately. So I don't know. That's why I'm always interested in like the universal human experience on some level, you know. See if we ebb and flow in similar times.
I mean, I guess the only thing that was intense for me was this my past life coming to haunt me in the form of this big giant bill I was forced to pay.
Oh, that sucks.
Yes. And I'll say it here first, because of this bill, I'm no longer going to Blade Show West, y'all.
Mhm.
So, but I mean, I guess that's the only thing. Other than that, everything's been pretty relaxed. We're in summer mode.
Nice.
Been rage. I hope whatever you're doing, Donnie, is all right. Something pulled in my shoulder, but it was relaxing, enjoyable still.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. So just chilling.
Yeah,
We
a
can
few people were
up.
saying that they had relaxing weekends.
Joe.
What up, dude?
Best at crunch time. I usually do too.
Yeah.
But I mean, not like not like what you're doing.
Donnie, I'm assuming you're like me in this regard, but do you have ADD or ADHD? Because like people with ADD and ADHD love working at crunch time.
Last time I brought you up, you were like, no.
Is that what I was like?
Basically, yes.
Oh.
That caught me off guard.
Good morning.
Heck yeah.
Good morning, Stevie. How you doing, man?
Doing well, thanks.
That's good. That's good.
Doing well.
Oh, man.
I'm about to move into my no paycheck for 6 weeks phase here, Jerb, so I'm right there with you.
That doesn't sound very comfortable.
No. That on top of that bill I had to pay. It's going to be, I guess it'll be an intense summer, Sharif.
Yeah, fair.
Because you're moving into a tent? Because you're going to be poor?
Basically. Kathleen.
Hey, what's going on, Kathleen?
What's going on?
You know, I'll be very honest. The reason I like asking that stuff, at least for me, is because like I feel it kind of builds empathy, right? Like it's so easy to like look at other people and what they're going through in their life and being like, oh, that's not important. The stuff that I've got going on is like way more important, right? But like when you hear other people are going through highs, lows, goods, bads, right? And it's like similar to you. It makes you feel like, oh, hey, we're part of a shared experience. You know what I mean? And like the next time you encounter somebody having a bad day, maybe you're going to be like, oh yeah, you know what? My day was crappy too. I'm not going to rage my crap against their crap. You know what I mean? We can both kind of be like, hey, guess what? Today sucked, guys. You know, and build upon that rather than taking it out on each other, you know? So, I don't know. That's a little theory.
I mean, I think it's easy to get caught up in your own BS.
Yeah.
And forget that the human experience is very, 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 very similar. That's why I think we all relate to so much shit. We're all going through it, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's and it's easy to lose sight of that because your shit is more important to you than other people's shit, you know, so that's what you focus on.
Exactly.
And you should definitely should just remember we're all going through it, man. We're all going through it.
100%. 100%.
What up, y'all? I see you in the chat there.
And I also want to stress, like, it doesn't just have to be through the rough times. You can also be there in the good times too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, share your homie celebrations as well. You know, be there for those times, not just the down times too. You know. Exactly.
I mean, that's a good point.
Yep.
George Carlin said it best, Donnie.
Whatever, man. Dude.
Yes, happy Memorial Day to all you vets out there.
Yes, sir.
My mom, she's probably at work.
I will be going by a little bit later today and visiting the resting place of Wendell Dean Hubert Rutten. Skip, as they called him.
Is that your grandpa?
That's my grandpa.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That'll be chill.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always God, while we're talking, maybe I could find I do have like an old, I think the photos from like 1948 when he finally got out of when did the war end? 45? 46?
World War II?
Yeah.
45.
45. Okay, so I think it was taken in 1946 or 1947. It was 2 years after the war had ended, and he had just gotten back in New York, and he's walking. It's an old like black and white photo of him still in his service uniform. So yeah, that's a good one.
That's awesome, man.
Is it black and white and stuff?
Yeah, and he's got a cigarette.
Yeah.
It was what's cool is it's shortly after that I don't want to bring it into knife conversation, but I have my Schrade Walden Auto that my grandpa gave me, and he bought that when he got out of the service when he was in New York. So that picture was taken sometime around when.
Oh, that's sick.
So, but
Shady, I've been trying to do the exact same thing. Because there are days like when I go to work and I just ain't having it. So rather than open my face hole and blab about it, I just try to turn things around at there and focus more on the positive. Because one person can bring down a whole room.
That's so admirable because so few people are self-aware to recognize that, and then to take ownership of that, because we all do it. Every single person can bleed their emotions and their feelings out to like a group environment, but it takes a very kind of person who's evolved to like recognize it and take control of it, and so props to both of you guys. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's unchecked. Yeah, anger. I mean, you're talking about the force right there, man.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, for real.
Exactly what he said, though, definitely applies for me while driving. That's when I get my angriest. Back, Jank. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's being able to find the balance, because you should rage every once in a while.
Yeah,
I think it's good to rage. I mean, check yourself. I'm not talking about falling down type shit. All I wanted was breakfast. But it's okay to, especially when you're driving, man. Sometimes that's the best time to let out aggression.
Yep.
Just crank the song that just brings it out in you. Mine is I typically put on Marilyn Manson Portrait of an American Family, and I just crank that, and that's just I get it out. Then before you know it, I'm jamming to it too, though.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You can't keep it all bottled up.
100%. And on that, actually, that's a great way to pivot to this, Dr. Drew. I'll share something very, very personal with you guys in regards to this. I have a similar sort of tendency, and it's kind of deeply rooted in a degree of depression, right? Where like hopelessness turns into a form of self-destruction, right? Either through like like when I first hit my first stint of like depression, that's when I started smoking cigarettes, right? And then another period I got into very risky behavior, which is when I started like street racing and kind of putting myself on the limit of like, okay, I could potentially die from this kind of thing, right? And then like another version of this is overconsumption of like food, and it's all in this sort of self-attacking, hopelessness. And like the first step to kind of getting past it is to recognize what it is, right? And like I understand you're not going to change it by just recognizing it, but you can at least start to see the patterns of how it expresses itself. And you can try to intervene in those moments, right? So, like, when you're feeling really sad and you're like, oh, I'm sitting here, I'm feeling empty, I'm going to go grab for that pint of ice cream. You can maybe have that moment and say, well, that pint of ice cream is actually not going to really help me. It's going to make me gain weight. I'm going to have a poorer self-image, which is also going to further my depression. You know what I mean? So like recognizing it is a huge first step, Drew. Next step is trying to intervene in the behaviors, right? This is like a CBT technique, so good on you for seeing it, but realize you don't need to self-destruct, man. We're all here for you. The world needs you. You know what I mean? So take care of yourself, too.
Food is, trust me, food is a hard one to fight against, too. But you do need to find a good replacement behavior. And nobody can really tell you what that is. You kind of have to find what works for you.
Yeah.
For me, it was like just listening to music and having water instead of like monsters and stuff, because water helps your brain think you're full a little bit. What's up, Rick?
What up, Rick?
Trust me, I have used food as a medication for a long time.
Yeah.
And you end up paying a bigger price later on. And your mom would not want you to feeling bad, and
no,
she want you to keep going.
But Drizzy, brother, for what it's worth, I too have been packing on the weight since your mom died. I mean, since before then too, but I'd like to be with you at this time. I'm definitely packing it back on.
Being on a diet does help, Scooter. I think you're on the keto as well, just like me. Sometimes it sucks. You're like, man, I post those videos of me like cutting a burger with no bun, and people are like, oh yeah. One guy, I forgot who, but he was like, carb zero, cholesterol, all of it. But you know what? I like the good chuckles, but it works though for me. It works.
Yeah. And all of us can also take a page out of Stevie's book, man. Stevie stays very physically active. Like those hikes, those videos you posted earlier today or yesterday, stories, right?
No clue what's coming later today.
Hell yeah.
It's the most brutal hike I've done.
Dang.
I am feeling like I'm feeling it big time today, dude.
But see, that's awesome, right? And that physical exertion, that helps with mental clarity a lot too. That's something I need to get back to.
Yep. I definitely have that mentality of I'm always thinking about what I'm going to eat next.
Yeah.
It sucks.
We're not prepared to come in.
I wish I could be one of those people that would just eat like a gruel, because they only look at food as a way to just survive.
Well,
But no, I'm always like, hot
But life would
dog,
be so
chili.
much less like colorful without food, you know?
well, and I think we've talked about this on here a couple of times. So I mean, I struggle with food. I'm a food addict, big time. And if you are addicted to cigarettes, you try to
It's true.
stop
Caffeine.
smoking and keep yourself away from cigarettes, right? If you are addicted to alcohol or drugs, you try to
Steven.
distance yourself from alcohol and drugs and don't associate with people that are doing that. Gambling, name your addiction. You move away from it, right? You can't move away from food.
Oh.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, if you are a food addict, the struggle is real.
And it's everywhere. Usually social gatherings center around deliciousness. Multiple hobbies and interests is a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Unfortunately, for some people, you could have all the hobbies in the world, but if you're on a downward spiral, you're not going to initiate them.
Yeah.
So you have to have plans to have your hobbies and also do them.
For me, I found that one of the easiest ways to kind of pull yourself out of like a downward spiral is small like wins. And hobbies are a great way to do that,
Awesome, Chris.
Let's say in the knife community would be like maybe you modify your first knife, you know what I mean? Like that small win can be something that uplifts you, so look for those things in your respective hobbies, they can definitely pick you up.
Me too, Urban. Last night I actually told Katie, today's the day I start actually exercising as well.
How hard did she laugh at you?
Katie's very supportive. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What up, CBM?
She even showed me where my P90X CDs were.
Oh.
And she told me where the first time I lost weight, it was keto and P90X.
Hell yeah.
I did all the CDs except for yoga because no offense to people who like yoga, but F yoga. My leg don't need to be behind my back. My body don't need to bend how that guy wants me to do it.
I've been told
that's cool.
Yeah, that is awesome.
For me, what helped me was starting this channel. And it was kind of scary at first because when I joined this community, I didn't know anybody. And so when I made my first videos, I didn't know Stevie or anybody. I just started making them, and then I stumbled into the community. But that's what definitely helped for me. It's just hanging out with all the, as Stevie would say, all you mofos.
You can go back far enough in our DMs where you're talking about like nervous, like wanting to do front facing, but you were nervous about it.
Yep.
That was a long time ago.
And now look at it. Now I still get nervous before every live, but like I'm doing it now, and it definitely helps.
And you've got a fancy camera that zooms in on that face.
I know, but the whole point of getting this camera was to show good detail. Now we can't even do that. Otherwise, I'll be freezing every 3 minutes.
Oh, man.
But yes. And yes, Sobex, yes. Your fat breaks down and gets expelled as you breathe. But you guys in the chat, when you guys are going down dark roads and stuff, what is something to pull you out? What's up, Ron Crow? Maybe we can have like a list of suggestions for people who have tried other things and it hasn't worked. But maybe you can be like, Aries makes knives. So maybe someone out there will be like, you know what the heck? They'll go buy some blanks on Amazon, start grinding.
For me, it was very, very nerdy. But when I built my first drone, that
technical and cool. Crispy.
That pulled me out of a funk so hard. Like seeing something that you imagined like coming to reality is pretty awesome, and I've been addicted to that ever since.
So when's the last time you built a drone?
Oh, 2018? Yeah, 2018.
So you got to build another one then. Unless the knife design and stuff has replaced it.
It has, but I do miss flying because it's such a surreal experience. It's not something that you see with human eyes very frequently, like first person. But all of my gear, like my transmitter, my goggles, all of that shit got stolen. So I have to like rebuild everything from scratch, which is very expensive nowadays. Like I'd probably have to set aside like $3,000 to like get back to flying kind of at the level that I was at before, So it's not really practical. Yeah.
Shop guy. BSKFS works for me.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's always a good one.
And bowling. Out of the void. Cooking. Okay, yeah. Cooking's a good one.
Nice.
And what I meant by out of the void is when some people go down dark paths, like it can get really dark for them. Sometimes people end up in a spot where they feel like there's no way back out. Silence the mind, see your thoughts, they aren't you. Acknowledge them, but don't believe them.
Yeah. This is very true, right? Like especially when you're going down like a depressive path, you usually have like a negative internal monologue. You have to realize that that's not you. That's like your ego talking to you, and the ego is not your friend.
There was an interesting study done. People with schizophrenia here in America usually have a very negative, violent voice that they listen to.
Mm-hmm.
But in countries where violence is the norm, their inner voice is a very peaceful one.
Interesting.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of interesting.
That is very interesting.
I remember doing research on it. What's up, Josh?
You.
Mountains, you and Stevie up there.
Yeah.
Mountains got some awesome places.
Divorcing my ex-wife was extremely uplifting. It allowed me to be me again, do the things I wanted to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Urban. And that's a scary change.
He got divorced.
Heck yeah.
He talked about it when he was on Mental Health Monday.
Oh. Was it because of what I said?
CBM.
CBM. Definitely fucked up.
2,000 miles in a week?
Yeah. Homer, I used to do that in Michigan. I feel like it was a lot easier on like the eastern half of the U.S. versus the western half for some reason. Maybe it's gas.
Well, our roads, you can kind of just drive forever in one direction.
Dude.
Donnie, see, that's awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Sometimes that's what you need. Just hang out with a bro.
Can we talk about how, like, I don't know, Donnie probably has this feeling, but do other people where, like, being in the kitchen is, like, such a good, healthy, communal, like, family space, you know? It's where, like, sometimes you can have, like, heart-to-hearts with your parents or with your kids, like, that you couldn't have in other parts of the house.
For me, that would be a hard no.
Okay.
I'm one of those that are like, when I'm cooking, like, why are you in the kitchen? You're in my way. Get out of the way. Why are you here? I'll talk to you when it's done. And that's the living room. The living room's my communal space. If I'm in the kitchen, don't be in here. That's just me, though.
Watching a movie. What up, E&G?
See, that's a key right there, Chris.
That's
I think having a friend definitely helps. When you try to do these things on your own, it's much harder. But when you have a nice outside perspective feeding you good information, I think that's key. You and Donnie have good ideas right there.
Heck yeah.
See, that's cool. I suck at pictures, though.
But with the last part of what he's talking about is also the key of it, right? Getting the brain thinking of something else, you know.
For me, sometimes getting out of the house works.
I got it.
Just cry it out. I could picture you with your cigar, watching one of them Christmas runs.
Crying. Well, a good cry is pretty damn therapeutic.
Yeah, it is.
The rush of adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, see? And it's just getting out of the house. Let's go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kitchen is a battleground. Exactly. Exactly. Rattle therapy. Okay, I like that term.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Lady and her family, they used to race dirt bikes and stuff. That was their throttle therapy.
Yeah. Kitchen is one of the best spots on the house party.
He was even doing that at the house in West, Lakeshore West.
Yep.
Who this is?
They were either in that little table right next to the kitchen or at the kitchen.
Yep. Yeah, that's funny.
Is that a brisket, Crispy?
Yeah, see that same for me, Donnie.
Oh,
Rick,
Crispy
yeah.
sending me.
We should definitely have you on one day, Rick.
Heck yeah, Rick. That's awesome.
Me too. When I get in that place where I can stop thinking about everything that I think is wrong or I feel bad in my life, I end up in a loop. But YouTube, it veg.
Yeah.
Yes. And thankfully right now, there's almost always someone we know going live. So you just go hang out there. You can chat with your friends, harass Kyle. It's good times. I agree though, Ron. YouTube definitely works for this guy. Oh yeah, Scooter.
Oh man, I only have one, but I am not looking forward to that.
She's going to be a junior or a senior?
Oh, I named her something completely different than Stevie.
Okay. 0 bites.
You mean in her grades or her name?
In her grades, is she going to be a junior or a senior like I originally asked?
Yeah, well, I thought maybe you meant like Stevie Jr. or Stevie Sr.
Why would I mean that? I even said she.
I don't know. You say weird things sometimes, man.
I said an appropriate statement.
Hey.
It was grammatically correct, and it had no errors in what I said.
Sorry. She's going to be a senior.
Denise, D-Nice. I need you to get in the basement ASAP. Good job, Donnie. You guys on bikes, you crazy?
No, thank you.
Steven. Yep. So, what could Steven do to try to help focus on something? Like
binoculars.
That's to see something far away, not necessarily focus.
Yeah, the focus on. Okay, sorry. A microscope.
Okay, so what can Steven use as a microscope besides an actual microscope?
If you're an animal person, taking care of something else other than you sometimes helps. But you have to be prepared for all that entails, you know?
Or taking a bath, a candlelit bath.
I've never done that. I don't fit in bathtubs.
Sorry, Steven. I know how
Or,
that.
Or you'd have to fill it up with like this much water.
And then it goes to the top. I've tried because people are like, take a relaxing bath. But I had those long ones that are skinny.
Yeah.
Like a cool big bubble jet one. So every time I sit in there, like my knees are up and it's uncomfortable. I'm not the same man I was since I lost my wife. 3 weeks later, I had to start dialysis.
Yeah, that's rough, Joe.
Yeah, that is a hard one. And dialysis is no joke.
No.
One thing you could try to do is have people come over and hang out with you. Or some people, Katie works with a lot of people that get dialysis, and they have somebody come with them and just hang out while it's happening. It makes things go faster and a little bit more bearable. But definitely find a buddy, I would say. Mr. Bringerton.
Hey, Josh.
And then, yeah, there's always us. Always us here. I lean on this community quite a bit. I'm a big guy, so sometimes it hurts, but just kidding. I definitely lean on all of you guys. And Urban, I don't know if comparing yourself to others in worse situations is good for your mental health, my friend. There is always going to be someone worse off than you, but that shouldn't make you feel good.
Yeah.
That's why we like having you around, Urban. You make us feel a lot better about ourselves. Joke's on you. I'm not even wearing pants.
Shreve, that's good advice with the dog.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it was like for me. Like, my dog passed away, and then everybody was like, within a week, they're like, "Oh, when are you getting a new dog? Are you getting a new dog?" And I'm like, I haven't even mourned the loss of my last dog. Like, screw you people, you know?
Sometimes, though, you don't want to. Like, I don't ever want cats again after my 2 died.
Yeah.
I don't want to replace them. Those are, they were awesome cats. And I'm a dog person. But those were awesome cats.
I am this close to getting a cat. I had a family of cats for 13 years, 14 years. Mom, the dad, their single baby. And then they, one by one, passed away. And that was already 6 years ago when the last one passed away, Brody. And I haven't had cats since. But I miss having a cat around.
Yeah. They're all animals in general are awesome, man.
You just don't let people hang out with you? Maybe afterwards, then, when it's all finished up. And ouchie, yes. That's what stops me from getting it. That's why I didn't want Luna at first. But you know what? The loss will happen. It's guaranteed fact of life. But you can make those however many years amazing.
Exactly.
I heard an awesome saying. It was a dog is part of your life, but you're that dog's entire life.
Yeah.
So if you can make that dog's life awesome, then the end when it happens is going to be a worthy and good end. As hard as it will be.
Yeah.
But definitely don't let that stop you. Just, if you want, get it, and just spoil the crap out of that thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, cats. I had a black cat just like Paul's. And then I had a black and white one. They were brothers. Not biological, but they loved each other.
I will only adopt pets for any future pets.
Yeah.
We have for the past, our last 3 dogs were all adopted. Ella's adopted. And we'd be doing the same if we got cats again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if I ever get another cat, like, I'd love for it to be like an all black cat or something really cool, like an Abyssinian. But like, I always rescue, you know. So you don't really get choices. It's just who you vibe with, you know.
And no, we were talking about cats, going down to a place called Paws, a cat sanctuary, and trying to find like an older, cat. And maybe it is towards the end of its life. But, just being able to, it'd be hard to get attached and then, passing away for sure. But I like the idea of finding a cat that's, been abandoned or whatever, and bringing it home and giving it a good rest of its life.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty cool, Steve. There's not a lot of people that do that. They all want to get them as kittens and puppies.
Right.
My black and white cat was being abused when I found it. It was a tiny little kitten. So I stole that cat, and then we kept it.
Oh yeah.
But they were grabbing it and like hitting it. It was these teenagers.
And future sociopaths there.
Yeah. I walked up and we took it out of their hands, and we kept that cat. His name was James.
This is my cat now.
That's exactly what happened.
Imagine being a little like 4 foot tall teenager and Maddie comes up to you angry. Like that would be terrifying.
Give me that. Give me that.
That would put the fear of God into you for sure.
Well, I did get angry because you don't want to see a little kitten being slapped around and stuff and abused.
Absolutely.
And it was like it wasn't even weaned off the mom yet.
Really?
Yeah, it was tiny.
Jesus.
So I took that cat, and he grew up with us, and that cat was amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, splitting slices. We went through, and it's not easy. Like, it's really not. We went through when we finally settled on Ella. Like, we went through like an interview process. It wasn't just a matter of, oh, that's the dog we want. We go and picked it up. We had to go through a process, and then we had to meet with Ella, and but it's totally worth it to me.
Absolutely.
Yep. And then Kaleidoscope, can you tell me more about this distress tolerance for crisis management DBT thing? Hello, Mr. Ed. Rick, yes. Good.
Like my last dog, Cleo, she was in a kill shelter. She was not even, I think, like a year old, and she had been used for breeding. So she had already had a litter of puppies, which is like horrible for a dog's health, and they like just took her there and dumped her. And yeah, my friends actually got her for me as a gift, and I love that they did that because they know my stance on like rescue animals. So they just went to the local shelter. They said, show us the ones that are slated to be put down next. And she was like next on the list. And that's why they picked her, and I was like, that's what I want, And we had 6 amazing years together. It's too short, but she changed my life, man. She brought me through some dark times.
And that's 6 years she wasn't going to have.
Exactly. And she went with me everywhere. Literally, people called her my girlfriend because we traveled together. Like, I snuck her into hotel rooms. Like, I didn't go anywhere for those 6 years that I couldn't bring her with, except for like 3 times. She was with me every minute of every day, getting spoiled.
That's what you do for pets.
Hell yeah.
And Ed, are you okay? I was probably doing my live stream when you flipped your car.
Yeah, I hope you're okay.
Mental Health Monday, though, ain't gonna help you not flip your car, though.
Very true.
But are you okay? Well, I mean, you're here typing. Are you typing from a hospital or home?
Yeah, Steven.
By the way, Ed, you're typing, so I mean, I'm glad you're alive. Flipping a car sounds scary. I've never done it.
Yeah.
Then I'm keeping it that way.
Seriously. Steven, I had a feeling from the way you were talking that you had that kind of bond,
This bruises and a sore tailbone.
Thank God.
Well, that could have been much worse. Yeah. If you had been in a rollover in a car 30 years ago, this might not have been the case.
Yeah. Glad you're okay, man. That's a very scary thing you went through. So, I mean, just to walk away with a few bruises and a sore tailbone, like that's a blessing, dude.
Welcome back, Joe. See, I'm big, so I keep the car's center of gravity low so it won't roll. I am the sway bar. It don't tip.
Oh, man. By the way, can I say that that was a very sad moment for me when I realized that I, in one of my depressive streaks, was gaining too much weight. For the first time ever in my whole life, I could feel how my weight was affecting the balance of my car. And I said, oh, okay. Damn it, Sharif, you got to do something about this now.
You know, those little eye openers, they are very good eye openers.
Yeah.
You know what worked for me is I lost weight the first time and someone said, now go pick up a sack of potatoes or something.
Mm.
Or a 50-pound bag of something and realize you've been carrying 2 of those every day.
Yeah.
And now I have them back, but like seeing it, that was that used to be on me. Of course, now it is again, but that kind of stuff makes me think. And I always think about that every time I look down and see this guy. By the way, shout out Papa Rhino. Him and his wife made this shirt, the Mental Health Monday shirt.
Nice.
It teaches skills, distraction techniques, acronyms to remember what to do in those situations. Example, stop, take a step back. Observe, participate. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Let me find that comment and I will do the pin thingy.
Heck yeah, Denise.
Got some dang good seatbelt and airbags. Awesome. Hopefully not a body cast, yeah. Oh, dang. Man.
Rough. Jeez.
Yep, I don't have any sugar in my diet. I was in an 80s gremlin in the world multiple times and was saved from injuries because I was forced to sit in the middle of the back seat with 2 fat guys. They were your airbags.
Yep. Especially in an 80s gremlin.
Also, since we're talking about car accidents, one thing I learned is I used to have a Bronco and I would keep things in the back. Like I had a big old jack and a bunch of stuff. And if you get in a rollover, those things become projectiles.
Oh, yeah.
And you might survive a rollover, but if that thing slams the back of your head, it don't matter. So get all that stuff bolted to your cars or get them out of your cars.
Yeah. That's a great piece of advice, actually.
Yeah, because like I said, in the Bronco, it was the front seat, back seat, and then right there was like the bed, but it was all open.
Yeah.
And I think it was a firefighter guy that told me that.
Smart.
So, yeah, bolt it to the car, get it out. Hello, Tommy.
I've always been pretty disciplined. Like, the messes in my car, the things that I keep in my car are usually really minimal. So, like, I've got like my emergency stuff in the trunk, but inside it's usually just clothes, you know?
Well, a lot of people like to just put stuff in the car all loose, nilly-willy. I was one of them. I had a toolbox, the jack, a bunch of stuff. Now everything goes in the trunk, and the inside of the car has nothing.
I always wonder how people deal with that with trucks, you know, because of the open bed, you know.
Hyundai Sonata. See, that's cool. I have a 2014 Kia, so hopefully it's in the same category.
Hell yeah.
Preach it to people to the day I die. That's cool, Kaleidoscope. I have it pinned, so make sure you guys check it out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And see, that's a important selling point right there.
Yeah, that's huge.
Mr. Dorn, how you doing? He John Wicked his way safely out of that wreck.
Seriously.
Sever7, good morning. I almost said good evening. Good morning.
Good morning.
Dialectal behavior therapy. Cheeto, yes. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Ever since the firefighter told me that. It does. It does. Byron, have a good day out there. I've been watching all your shorts, by the way. Keep it up, my friend.
Watching his shorts?
I said watching.
Oh.
With my elbows.
Oh.
She's in addiction recovery.
Heck yeah.
That's cool, Kaleidoscope. That's really cool. I'm definitely going to check it out myself. I always like to learn more, especially about mental health. When I did my internship at that mental health hospital, I learned a lot.
Mm.
I went from like, one of those guys, just get over it. You're fine. Every time you're sad, just don't. And then you see these real struggles. So I think it's that was awesome for me to learn all that. So I love to learn more. Push yourself up. Priorities.
Dang, man. So to kind of change topics from the car crash, I had interesting conversation with my dad this weekend when we were hanging out about kind of the history a little bit of his side of the family, which is interesting to me because I don't really know a lot of his side of family. There's a lot of internal strife between family members, so we don't have a strong relationship with people older than his siblings, and since my grandma and grandpa has passed, and so I didn't really know a lot of things, but that brought an interesting thing about the human experience to my attention, right? Did both of you guys grow up around and being able to see your extended family throughout your lives, or no? Or were you avoiding them or whatever? Were they or weren't they a part of your life growing up?
For me, it was a very small window of time. Okay. My family's been dysfunctional and just never got along. So
yeah. I thought that was very interesting because I feel that that's more of a common experience, either through people not getting along or through distance, that's generated nowadays between people. So for me growing up, I didn't grow up seeing people who looked like me, who had similar mannerisms and values to me, and that creates an interesting disconnect versus some people who grow up around everybody. They can see that baby that was born by their cousin has similarities to their grandparents or whatever, their aunts and uncles, right? And I found out for myself, I have a lot of similarities with my grandpa and his tier of the family, which is very surprising to me. My grandpa was an entrepreneur, his brother was like in international and foreign affairs, both of which are two significant subjects of my lifetime, and I have no connection to them whatsoever. So it was, stuff like that, I don't know, it was very interesting, on like the human experience level. And yeah, I don't know, it's like a modern thing to be disconnected from that a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I only saw my dad's side, and it was only during like Thanksgiving and Christmas. But now I don't see any of those losers anymore.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing. Like I thought that I was kind of unique in that experience for many years, but like as I've gone like longer in life, I've learned that more people than I thought had that kind of experience of being like disconnected from their family, Like I found out that my grandpa, my dad's dad, like he was in the secret police in Egypt, which is really crazy. So he was like an informant at the time, and that created a lot of strife with his brother. And his brother was like he worked in the Japanese like consulate, and so he looked down on my brother because he had, or his brother, because he had some level of like status, quote unquote. So like the two of them fought and were always against each other, and that like started the splits throughout the family, was like from that point. So I don't know, it's just really interesting,
It is. Most of the countries are very strong on family ties and stuff, but here, not so much. You kind of just focus on your immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
And Kathleen, I wish they weren't. They are all terrible, terrible people that have done no good to this planet of ours. I'd rather not exist if it meant that they didn't have to exist.
I counteract that. I would argue against that statement, Maddie, because quite literally, you bring so much joy through your existence into the world that counterbalances them to some degree.
I disagree. Many people have been hurt because of them.
Yeah.
One person ain't worth it. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Oh, Patina.
Heard from my brother for a birthday wish. A day late. But I haven't got a call or text from 8 years. I needed my brown pants. That is a start, though.
Hell yeah.
Have you said anything since then? But that's really cool, though. 8 years is a long time.
That's huge, dude.
But that is a good start. I do wish I can go back in time and change things with my brother. Definitely work on that start. See my dad and sister every week. See their mom every week. Oh, that's cool.
Hell yeah. For me, like it's I struggle because as much as I have a frustrated love with my extended family, like my family overseas, it is really hard to maintain contact because of like the time zone differences, sometimes the cultural differences, can become a little contentious, so it's, I don't know, it's sometimes really difficult, but it's worth it. It really is. If there are good people in your family, you should maintain those connections.
You should. Hello, Roman.
What up, Roman?
Yeah, see, Burnt Relic. Yeah, my family is the same. Blood don't mean nothing. It's who you connect with. Like, I see a lot of people in this community as family, on top of like, Katie and the boys. and the puppers over there.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would choose them 1,000,000 times out of 1,000,000 over blood family.
I agree, man. Just
Heck
because
yeah.
somebody is blood related doesn't give them a pass to be a crappy influence on your life.
Nope.
And people need to be held accountable to that, you know? If they're doing something crappy, they don't get a pass because you love them, you know? Like that's actually worse for your relationship than not, you know? So um I learned a lot about that when I went to college the first time. I had a very contentious relationship with my parents because they had separation issues, and I needed to put them in their place in order to prevent bad behavior from like evolving, you know. Um, and that's a healthy thing to do. It's okay to have boundaries, you know.
That's pretty cool. Much to help with gadgets. That is pretty cool.
That's sick.
And Scooter, that's a good point. It did shape you. That's true.
Heck yeah.
That is a good point. Oh, that would suck. See, yeah, my mom hasn't even got to meet Isaiah yet, and he's gonna turn 5 in 2 months.
Oh dang.
Yeah. And she met Eli when he was 3, and he is 11. Is he 11? He is 11.
Hey.
Why do they gotta grow up?
It's so wild to me that like this is gonna sound so dumb, and I know it, but it's so wild to me that there are kids who are born like, you know, in the last few years just because the number, you know, it's like you grow up, let's say, you know, where like around, let's say, for most of us, circa 1980, 1970s, right? Like that's your like fixed point for like the start of time for you, right? And it's boggling to say, like, oh, hey, holy crap. The start point for this kid was like 2014, you know? Like, that's kind of nuts, you know?
Yeah, Eli was
Yeah.
2013. Yeah, he's gonna be 12 this year, right?
Yeah.
You're like, why?
In October, right?
He'll be tiny. But like, this is something I can relate to. Yeah.
You've been a passenger in his head.
No, but I do hope that, you know, like we don't do these lives too often, even though we should. Hint, hint, Sharif, Sharint, hint, hint, hint. But I do hope they help. A lot of people have different perspectives, and for me, it definitely helps. Because I spend my days thinking one way, but then I come and do this, and then like you got Scooter being like, accept the path that shaped you, and then you're like, man, you're right. Where would I be if all that crap didn't happen? Would I have been instinctually an a-hole just like them? Because I did everything opposite of my dad. He was a drunk. I chose not to drink. I had bikers in my family that did drugs and smoke, so I chose not to do that stuff. So, you're right.
I think regrets are only valid if you don't like who you are. But I think you should endeavor to be happy with who you are always, because it is those experiences that made you, just like Maddie said, you know?
Yeah.
And Scooter said. So
Does he still live around the block, Patina? And Kathleen, she lives in Texas. over there by Mr. Dennis.
Yeah, that's what
She lives south of Austin. She's going to be 21 this year. Whew.
Yeah, that's wild, Aries.
Every now and again, I've reached that age where you start to realize, yeah, dang, you are old. Like Eli was just a little baby last week. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, like
Big
it's
Jim, hello.
so like my kind of like adopted niece, she's not really adopted, but kind of adopted niece. She's turning 20 in like a week. And it's so wild. Like I was there for her 12th birthday. You know what I mean? I remember like getting her like a gift, you know, and seeing her. It's weird. It's very strange.
I know, Kathleen. But she's kind of become a shut-in too. So every time I'm like, I'm coming, she says no. So there's a lot of mental health issues in my family on both sides. And so it's just stuff we all have to overcome. But she prefers to come see us. She did last time, but she just hasn't been able to. So it's I even told her I'm just gonna come because like it's an easy drive. It's a long drive. Go down to Tucson and just go across for all of eternity until you get to Austin. But what's up, Dylan?
Yo, what up, Dylan?
The cat's in the cradle with the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. Me with knives. Oh, the monkey music. Did I put that on here? He remembers. He remembers.
Later, Knife Nut.
Good night, Knife Nut. Monkey type. For those of you, last time I talked about I'll put on songs that I listen to, and for some reason, this one speaks to me. And it's the stupidest thing, but I love every minute of it. Oh, just gotta embrace it. I can't believe you remembered me, Knives. That's all I'll do. One of my favorite comments on that video, though, was when you're in a good mood, you jam to the music. But when you're in a bad mood, you understand the lyrics. I know, Kathleen.
That's neat, man.
I know. Oh, dang. 80. I didn't even know you had kids, I don't think.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, or I didn't know that.
Wow.
One of them was in a car accident during one of our lives one time.
Oh, jeez.
I do remember that now. Wow. You need to link that. All right, I'll link that. There's also an hour loop of it, too. But you know what, though? Like, for some reason, you find this song that your brain just connects with when, like, you're grumpy or something, and you're like, I can't be mad. And for me, that is one of them.
That's
Maybe.
awesome.
Maybe. Hello.
Yo, what up,
Scotty? But there it is. That's the short one. But if you scroll, you'll find the hour loop. But it works. It works. Sometimes you just have that song that don't make no sense, And for me, monkey type beat is one of them.
Dude, I really want to do like a cinematic driving scene with like you dressed up in a suit in like a 67 Lincoln with the suicide doors, like all like gangstered out, black and white, rolling side view of you in the car with that beat just playing, you know.
Cigarette in my hand with my arm out the door.
Exactly. Sunglasses, Ray-Ban Wayfarers on, you know, like the whole nine.
Or have you ever seen the Cholo dance video with like the homie like dancing alongside the lowrider as it's moving along? I want to see Maddie do that to that beat.
Maddie like sea walking next to a freaking lowrider, just bouncing on hydros
to the monkey beat.
Dude, we should shoot both of those and then make that meme, right? When you're happy, you groove with the beat, and then when you're sad, you understand the lyrics, and just have both of those.
Oh, there's no hard feelings at all. I actually, a lot of people don't necessarily like talking about it. Some channels even have rules because it does start fights. But on my channel, I love talking about conspiracy theories, religion. I'll even talk about politics, but I know zero about it, and also don't really follow along too much. But I love talking about all that stuff. But I will always stick to what I believe, which is not flat. The future of mankind resides out in space. Oh, see, now we're talking.
Dude, that's the ultimate next level.
Oh, is Renee in Texas? Let's just say as a pacifist ended up some sort of best described as omnicide. Dang.
Huh.
Wait, he's gone now, though? Are you doing better now, Mr. Burnt Relic? Brian Dixon, how you doing?
Hey.
Wasn't it the
No,
which one? The coleslaw one or something?
no, Tina, if you got a link to it, drop me a link.
That's one of the things I plan on doing later today is watching the Indy 500. I know it was yesterday, but
That's actually, I watched Formula One yesterday.
I mean, I saw it. I mean, yesterday was Indy 500, man.
And they had the Weenie Mobiles race. There was 5, I think. They all had themes like chili dog, regular.
Oh, I gotta see that, man. That is awesome.
Hey, Illuminati Ninja. You can't see it very well, but I'm wearing my Illuminati and Twisted Sis shirt.
Awesome.
It's got the logo on the back too.
Did Blue come in?
Yeah.
There he is. Blue. One guy Blue is up. Oh, I plan on watching it too. If I do ever come to Texas. Oh, you're over there by Ian. Heck yeah. Iggy.
Iggy.
And a barbecue party.
Oh, man. What are those, Iggy?
Not me, though? Oh, because I'm not going. I know.
Very, 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 very soon, Iggy.
I think by next year, I'm going to see if I can make Blade Show Atlanta, though. Because I do like that one. More people go to that one.
I like the idea of Iggy being at a barbecue and she's just like, ugh, looking around, just slips her phone out. She's got her earbuds in, tuning in.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. With a single barbecue stain on her shirt.
Oh, dang. I'm going to watch this. All true, Stevie. Man, I cut my finger, and now, like, all the skin. You know how, like, when your skin dies, it, like, gets all hard? I keep rubbing it, and I hate it. It's bugging me. Good night, Kresk. I mean, good day, Kresk. They showed Atlanta. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to try as well, because next year... No, I'm not going to jinx myself. I'm just going to try. Gonna try. We'll see. But, Stevie, how are you doing? You've had a lot of stressful things lately. Are you doing good today?
Yeah. I'm physically drained. And I'm only up. The only reason why I'm up early today was because of this, or else I'd be sleeping in. The last week was absolutely rough. Literally, it's. I mean, I've been debating even bringing up a lot of the mental health that my actions caused this past week. It's been rough, but it got better, and had some really highs at work that kind of offset it. So, yeah, now I can go to pretending like it's not happening for a little while.
Good night, Urban. Have fun at the lake. Oh, awesome.
I have been able to get out. The very next day, you had said, sounds like Stevie needs to go to the river. And I was like, sounds like Stevie needs to find a therapist, which is true and is something I am looking for. But I did end up going out to the river and talk about this a bunch. That is always my reset. Even if it's for just like 5 minutes. There's something, and I don't know when I discovered this, but just being absolutely physically, emotionally crazy, stressed out, and just sitting by the river one day, just like closing my eyes. And I've never been into like meditation or anything, but I just kept my eyes closed, and before you know it, the mental image I have is the river's just running through one ear and out the other. And that's like all I hear. And it's like literally clearing out everything. And it sounds hippy dippy and it sounds, all new agey. And, but it works, man. Even if it's for 30 seconds, if it's for a minute, it works. And I know not everybody has that ability, but that is absolutely one way to try to, even if it's just like putting in some earbuds and being able to tune something out. That's a big stress reliever for me.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, nature therapy is always, that's the best. I don't take it for granted.
I wish I lived closer to nature. Like up in Flagstaff would be cool. Yeah, see, Iggy, campfire, yes. Yeah. Just sitting at a campfire, listening to the crackling and the popping, watching the flames dance. That's one of my spots, too. I'll start a fire in the backyard in our fire pit sometimes and just stare at it. That's one of the only times my mind goes quiet. Other than that, it's always noisy up here. Hello, Dawn. Fishing or hiking?
How you doing?
Yes.
What up, Drinkerton?
Hey.
All right, see you later, Burnt Relic.
Later.
Ooh, Ron's going live today. Make sure you go check him out. 2 p.m. Pacific.
Heck yeah.
Sunsets and sunrises at the beach are one of my happy places.
Yeah.
When we go to like San Diego, I'll leave at midnight so that I get to the beach. We usually go to Pacific Beach. That's my favorite. Right before the sun gets up, and then we'll run to the beach, find a spot to sit down, and then just watch it. That is one of my most very peaceful times. You just hear the waves. Whoosh. The seagulls aren't really out yet, so they're quiet. I love it.
That's something that I definitely noticed, like living in downtown LA. The more urban your environment gets, it's almost like an imperative that you need to get out to nature, like more aggressively, you know?
Mankind was not meant to be in cubicles, giant buildings, or cities.
Yeah.
Mankind was meant to live in little towns or villages and be out in nature all the time. And everything we do as a society is opposite of what we're meant to be. And you can definitely feel that strain every day. That's why you appreciate those times when you go sit by the river and stuff. Yes. Just hearing that's why I get jealous of Patina every time he drives by and he films like the beach or, oh, hey, camera. I love it. Well, wait, wrong way. Mr. Isabella, though, is doing a little positive vibes Jank giveaway. I haven't seen it yet, so let's watch it together. Here we go. Ooh, that's got a cool purple in there. That looks like mammoth. Sharif, play in your own account, not mine.
Yeah, hard to see.
Did you say Chatoyancy?
Yeah, hard to see.
Oh, hard to see. Oh, it's got a B-up spray can. Yeah, Sharif, play in your own account. That's cool. Joe, that's cool. Do you want to make up your numbers again? I'll let you do that part. Todd, how you doing? Yeah, Pacific Beach is one of my favorites. I like the vibes there. The little restaurants and things on the edge of the beach there. The big old pier. I do. But that is everyone shout out Joe. That's really cool of him.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. Of course. Let's see if Joe wants to do numbers, but we'll do turd burglar rules. That little B-up spray can thing is awesome. And I'm not gonna play for me, I'm gonna play for someone else. Usual rules, no turd burglar, closest wins. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have the number range? I wanna play for someone. But if you don't have a number range, that's okay too. Yeah, Joe's the man.
Ooh,
well, he said closest though, so no Price is Right rules. That is really cool. Did you see Stevie? Joe is doing a little Memorial Day be up giveaway, but look, you got a really cool coin. Got a nice purple tint to it.
Yeah.
And that does look like mammoth.
Yeah, hard to see.
But look, Stevie. A be up spray can. Made of Ultim. Man. That is so cool. Stevie's muted. Pressure Beer, how you doing?
That's awesome.
Cheatoyancy. Yeah, they are. They are. Joe is amazing. You know, he keeps giving these away, and I haven't seen him try to sell any yet.
He won't.
He won't.
He should. He should.
He should, I know. But I mean, the time and effort he puts into these things, he's choosing to like bless the community instead of make $1 off the community. That's nuts.
Oh man.
And I don't know, Joe is just a freaking awesome dude. All right. I got the range. No, there's the range. I'll put start. Sharif, you're disqualified because you did it before the start.
There.
Oh, you have 2 guesses. You're disqualified. So it's 300 to 600. Closest wins.
You can't see it on StreamYard, but on YouTube, I removed that comment before the start.
Oh, so you're cheating? You're disqualified? Just kidding. I'm playing for Iggy because I think Iggy would definitely rock that spray can. I would have it up here. Oh, she's playing for Stevie.
Ooh, thank you, Iggy.
Well, you know what? If she wins, Stevie gets it. But if I win, she has to keep it.
True.
That's fair.
Rules.
That's fair.
Playing for Jersey. Awesome.
Dims the rules.
But Joe, you are awesome. And I don't know the numbers. He's got it blacked out. I don't know it. So, but Joe, you're awesome. Crispy here.
You don't need to do that, dude.
Oh wait, I almost said he's out of range, but he's not. I'm an idiot. Sorry, Crispy.
You know what's really funny about that is literally like right before Crispy hit enter on that message, I was thinking about low-key giving it to him if I win. So we're both kind of like playing for each other.
Crispy, so he almost thought about giving it to you, but you just weren't enough with it. He's like, oh, you know what? Nah.
Low key.
Almost. If only you were just a little bit better, Crispy.
You guys suck.
Oh shit, that's right. This isn't my account. Well, Maddie guessed twice. He's disqualified.
All right. Well, if this one wins, that's Stevie.
See, Maddie, why you breaking your own rules, dude?
Don't go breaking my rules.
Keeps the edge. Here's right where I'm at. Oh, see, even the camera's like, tell me more.
Oh, help with gadgets.
Oh, wrong way.
Just reminded me. I helped someone with a gadget last night.
Ooh.
I saved a damsel in distress last night.
So you are going to tell people. Hello, Louis.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here I'll give you. It's in the process of uploading, but I'll give you guys a little thumbnail sneak peek while we're waiting on people guessing.
That's awesome.
And Crispy's got a little setup going on.
Yeah.
When Stevie met Abby.
Oh, sorry, Patina. But no, you didn't. Put a number 300 to 600, Patina. I can't wait for this round. You guys need to watch this Ramblin' in the Woods.
It ends so it was a good one. I hit a mental breaking point a couple times, and I talk about it in the video. Like, I wanted to quit. I wanted to stop. I wanted to turn around. I'm like, I don't actually have to do a video. Like, even though I'd been recording all the way up there, I was like, I could just quit because I don't want to, get halfway up and then be like, sorry, guys, I can't make it. Fuck it. I'm going to keep going and push through it. God, I'm paying the price today.
I'm proud of you, though.
Yeah.
And then, on the way down, met a woman named Abby. You'll see it play out, but ended up helping her out.
Oh yeah.
Did Patina put his guess in? Patina, put your guess in. 300, 600. Joe is doing a memorial be-up Jank giveaway, which is awesome. That it's a be-up spray can and a cool coin with the mammoth bone. I mean, how cool is it to have... I mean, let's be real. Mammoth bone is essentially rocks at this point, being fossils and all. How cool is it, though, to have some of that in a Jank that you just put in your pocket and carry around?
Pretty cool, man.
It is cool. But it was a change from the usual lotion in the basket routine.
I'm glad it played out the way it did, or else I would have gotten so much crap from y'all. And I'm sure I will be. I'm sure the comments are going to be amazing.
It is cool. There's also evidence to suggest that mammoths were around as the pyramids were being built about 7,000 years ago.
Elephants? Of course there were
Mammoths,
elephants.
which are kind of elephants. They're just fuzzy.
Yeah, they're snuffleupaguses.
Yeah.
No, because mammoths have big old tusks. Snuffleupagus was what, purple?
And he ran into a poacher, that's all. It will be on YouTube a little bit later.
Yeah, Stevie's ramblings are always on YouTube because some of them are like
this one's like 40
minutes.
minutes. But I didn't get home until midnight last night.
Touche.
There's a couple of lessons learned. A couple of lessons learned. Went out on trail too late and got caught as the sun went down. Get some smack, bird.
All right. I haven't seen Patina enter, but that's what I hear.
What?
They're going to clone them, just like they're trying to do with the dire wolves. Also, Alon, how you doing?
Wait a minute. Dire wolves are real? That's not just a Game of Thrones thing?
No, they're trying to make it happen.
Yeah. No, they're real. think they did make it happen.
300 to 600.
Brown sugar.
Hey.
So it's not fossilized, huh? It still rocks, though.
I don't think that doesn't look like a number.
That's right.
He did do one, right?
Oh.
No, he didn't. That was
there we go.
That was brown sugar.
Finally.
All right.
Yeah,
Now we're gonna.
Direwolves were a Game of Thrones thing.
Well, direwolves were real. Let's see.
Who's
I don't
it
think
going?
these ones.
Okay. So the
Oh,
thing.
you're in. You got it. You're in.
No, you said stop.
But it was like right when I said it, so it counts.
Yeah, but you can't run the stop sign. You don't get to play, Ellen. Sorry.
See that logo right there? I believe it is my logo. And this honcho makes the rules. See,
So
well, Alon, it was nice of you to play for Drew, and sorry, Drew, that Stevie hates you. But
Yeah, Fat Drew doesn't need anything right now anyway.
all right, we put stop. He's got the. Let me see if I can bring up the number. On. Nope, can't bring the number on Instagram. All right, here we go. The number is 423.
I did see 423.
Did you?
I'm pretty. Patino's last one was 423 for Cheeto, but we got to see if there was one earlier.
Whoa, wait a minute. Patina comes in at the very end and guesses at dead nuts.
Are we using StreamYard giveaway tool? All right, I'm looking. So,
Yeah, no. Patina's was the only 423.
I think his was the only 423.
Yeah.
Patina time traveled.
God. Well, he can time travel?
It took so long to give us the number.
Yeah, he was filibustering while he went into the future.
But couldn't he come back in time to a moment where we didn't have to wait?
Dude, just let us think about time traveling Patina for a minute.
No, dude, he is the real version of that would you or wouldn't you question you had. He had to delay us so he could go a minute into the future. You son of a bitch, you damn pirate.
So Patina was playing for Cheeto. Looks like Patina got it. I don't see another 423.
Yeah.
Patina was playing for Cheeto. Cheeto was playing for Drew, but Stevie said Drew sucks.
Yep.
I didn't say Drew sucks. I said Fat Drew.
You said Fat Drew?
He did.
I knew I could get a chuckle out of Jersey with that comment. Oh, although even for me, it was a little borderline. Like,
Congratulations, Patina, who congratulated Cheeto, who's congratulating Drew.
Drew. Yes.
And everyone's thanking Joe for this.
yeah, shout out Joe, but congrats, Drizzy.
Hell yeah, Jersey.
Rigged, as always. I know Donnie was going to get it right before. But that's pretty cool, yes. DSKFS and B up.
For someone.
Drew's getting some of that cool mammoth bone and the be up thingy spray can.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
That is really cool. Thank you, Joe, for doing that.
Always good of you, Joe.
I think he's actually Drew on Instagram now, and not the other one.
Oh.
I do so bad at the numbers game. Got my wife to pick a number yesterday, and Zach's line while I was driving. She didn't do any better. It's all right. I never. You try to play the person like coming up with the numbers, and like every time JB plays numbers, I always like look at the clock. Maybe he's thinking about the time or the date, or maybe Zach's thinking of a knife number like the 940. You did. You gave up Mammoth Bone, and you didn't see the giveaway, Patina. It's too late now, but look what you passed up. This cool coin with the mammoth in it. Look at that. But wait, there's more.
No take backsies, Patina.
Nope. The cool little Altum spray can with the B up.
You getting coffee?
And look, each layer is like a different material in that. Like, wasn't that some of that my card on the bottom there?
Yep.
Yeah. It's not just a can, it's like,
oh, Patina. Quick, time travel again, Patina. Time travel again.
1 minute button.
Get coffee again.
How dare I DS KFS for someone? We'll teach you to be good.
Teach you to be good.
Be right back.
Be right back. He's pushing the button. All right, guys, we're about to call the number.
Westinghouse Altum paper. Wow, nice.
That's awesome, man.
That is he's going all the way back. Ain't no mammoth bone if there ever ain't no mammoths.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Ever tell you about the time I saw a dinosaur?
Joe, thank you again. That is really cool.
Yeah, you rock, Joe. You are awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Anyone need 3 years?
Coin is mammoth, ivory, and acrylic.
Yeah, I got my he did one. I got one from Joe early on that's got that. I think it's got some jade G10 in it too.
Nice.
I love it. I'm gonna call you Long Neck 2.0.
I still have this little box that has a cool curvy coin. And then this one, it's like a little spoon. And then the mammoth toothpick.
I love these.
Yeah, just for the heck of it.
Patina says, "I got you, Crispy." Well, I'm glad you did, that one is cool.
Yeah, dude.
It makes me think of planets.
That was the inspiration, Joe said, actually.
Yeah.
Just so sick, dude. Is dropping on my keyboard.
What is everyone going to carry today? I haven't even done anything, so I don't have anything yet. But
Yeah, 0640 gang.
I'd carry mine, but it's right next to that Aurelia that don't exist.
I'm gonna be carrying my double X knives. Fixie
Stuff
today.
that you don't have? What
Dude,
did I... Yesterday, I had...
And
What's this
sorrow.
nice.
I really like this one. I love the looks of it. The balloon. The baloney. Oh, see, that's cool. That makes it even better.
Oh, dude, Joe. Okay, that is now my official favorite piece. That is so sick.
That's a good question, Steven.
Oh, man.
And guilt and sorrow.
Nobody knows my sorrows.
Dude,
Loaded for bear.
I'm excited, Stevie. Double X is going to be in Atlanta,
Nice.
so I'm probably going to walk away with another one from him.
Perix. I don't know the Perix. Spatico Tenacious. I got sent some scales. Look how awesome this dude packs these things.
Yeah, that's sick.
It's a perfect way to ship scales.
It's very smart, actually.
Yeah. By the way, I've been getting a lot of letters, and I'm not saying anything about this particular person at all because it's not just him. But I've been getting a lot of letters in the mail where, like, the mailman knocks on my door and says, "Hey, you got to give me like 75 cents." So has the post office like changed the prices? Because it's been a few letters now.
They did increase the prices of everything, but that's wild, you know.
Who's sending you letters?
Well, I order things and they come in envelopes, and it's been way more than like a coincidence.
That should be on the shipper, though, not the receiver.
Exactly.
But it's like
Yeah, it is.
I don't think people know because it's been happening like all of a sudden within the last, I'd say, 2 weeks.
How are you? Is he collecting cash?
Yeah, I just give the guy like quarters out of my thing right here.
That's a pretty smart scam.
But it's even stamped on the envelope. Envelope?
It says COD.
No, it's like the stamp wasn't enough to cover it.
But a forever stamp's a forever stamp.
I know, that's what I was wondering. Like, it's not cash on demand or delivery, whatever.
Yeah.
Dang you.
So that used to happen a lot more, like in the 90s, right? When they changed the price on stamps and people were sending stuff in the mail. I remember that,
Yes,
right?
Postage due.
Yeah, but I haven't seen that.
But I want the stuff, Cheeto. What? It's the stuff I ordered. I think there was a change that people don't know about or something because it's from different people, not just like the same person. It's been happening. Zach. Well, thank you, sir. Who got it?
Marco did.
Marco, shout out Zach.
Heck yeah.
Thank you, Zach. Awesome, Marco. But when I did get the envelopes, though, it had like all the stamps on there.
Yeah, that's so strange. And even like them sending you something in the mail using stamps instead of like a label printer and a prepaid like label is kind of also a little funny, you know?
All right, well, let me get real nerdy with you guys for a second. I ordered a couple of Magic the Gathering cards, and they're like 10 cents a piece or 30 cents. And so they come in envelopes. And then like one of them was like, hey, you have to pay 4 more cents. And so I gave the guy a nickel. He's like, do you want me to leave the penny in the mailbox? And I was like, why are you going to leave a penny in my mail? Just. And then another one was like 20 cents and then 75 cents on one.
So you're buying these from individuals then, not like big retail? Like...
Yes. Yeah, they're people sending it. It's coming from people.
Oh, then that explains it. Yeah, then they just don't know that the cost of shipping went up. Because it did. Like,
freaking dorks on dork crime.
Yeah, like when you ship with pirates.
Did you wear my shirt?
I would not have been able to wear his shirt. He was a skinny man.
Oh,
accessories, Sog Power Pint, Swiss Army Fieldmaster, Ultimate Hunter, nice. The Escort, I do like the Escort. Ugh. That is a very cool knife.
What is the Hemlock?
That I don't know. Northern Knives, S125. I don't know the Hemlock. Next letter's on me. Oh, the color of your teeth. Oh, I was just curious if the postage went up and people don't know.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Okay, because I don't think it's anything malicious or anything. It's just something that's been happening. And then my follow-up question was, does it affect, like if I buy the pirate ship logos like I usually do?
It has, yeah.
So like if I send something, will they have to pay as well, or does the pirate ship do it?
No, you pay it in the pirate ship. So like when you would send stuff, whatever, let's say like early 2024, same time last year, it'd be about $7-8 for like a standard size box. Now it's $9. So it went up across the board. And Iggy, yes. But Iggy, if you want to chat about that, like we can chat about it after Mental Health Monday. Just drop me a DM or text me.
May the Schwartz be with you.
You could tell her right now if you want, Sharif. Unless you want it to be private.
No, just TLDR. It's one of my favorite small fixed blades. I think the best route is to get it and get like a sheath made by Joe. If you're not a big fan of Kydex, but yeah,
your own sheath.
A couple of them, Steve.
Yeah, that's right. Iggy does do leather, so perfect.
Do you have that knife?
I do. It's one of my favorites.
What's it look like? Let's see it. If I get an envelope from Cole, I'll tell him to send it back. Again. Oh, that one. That's right. You bought that at Blade Show West.
I did.
I got to hold that. Yeah, Iggy, that one is a cool one.
I love it. It's not very thick. I'm a big advocate of slim EDC fixed blades. Ergos are phenomenal. Can be used for like food processing, can be used for everyday utility stuff. I love it. And it's made in America. It's like a mid-tech for the price. Is awesome. You know, you're not getting something made in a factory. You're getting it made from a Leishowitz shop. So
it is a nice one. I liked how it felt.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been too thin or something, but no, it was just right.
And I'll say actually that the fixed blade is better, infinitely better than the folder from like CRK, because I bought that just to see. Sometimes it doesn't translate. This is awesome. I love this knife. Like, This guy
today.
These two are my go-to EDC fixed blades. So you can see the kind of size and vibe I go for.
I don't have the envelopes anymore to show you guys. But it just says postage due, and then it has written on there like 20 cents, 75 cents.
Yeah.
But Iggy, it is a nice one.
That's why I like Double X patina, you know, because like you're getting a full custom fixed blade for like under $200 or under $300, depending on how crazy the materials are.
I want to hear more about Patina's quiet carry one.
Oh yeah, that one's really nice.
He said it had a little flex in the blade, which means it's nice and thin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe, that was cool.
You did a great job, Joe.
Show that on Wednesday, but I'll show it now. I thought that was a custom knife, and then I read the description, and you made the scales for it.
I thought it was custom too. I thought Joe got into knife making, and I was like, holy crap, that's a crazy first one to make.
Well, I've never seen this Tucson Fixie, which I really like it. And then the scales, like I thought that was a custom knife. What Tucson number is that? Because I like that one. And it probably came with like a bunch of ugly orange ones or something. Yeah, Joe, you did good.
Yeah. I was 100% convinced he made that whole knife.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Joe. Well, would you really be surprised if I told you he busted that out? You know?
You have that too, son? I like it.
I got that too, son.
The thing is tiny. I was given a tiny Tucson, and like I thought those were kind of like the standard scales. But yeah, this is a full-size kitchen knife. It just looks small in my hand. No. Blue lights. Oh, garage sale. TS 253. I want to see what it looks like. Let's see.
Yeah, the Mudlark is awesome, Sterling. Although the lanyard just came undone on it. I got to figure out how to do that. But yeah, the Mudlark from Boatwright. That's another thing I'll be doing today. I think I did see a notification that the Knife Freak show with Jonathan McNeese and Chase Boatwright dropped today. That's a really good show if you guys haven't listened to that.
That Tucson came with micarta scales, looks like.
Oh, yeah, Paul. Thank you.
Here it is on Blade Binge. I can't exit this stupid box. They sold it for $39. But, I exit. On the Tucson website, that knife was $30.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't use Blade Binge. Paul!
Heck yeah, man. Turned out great.
Let me see what this is. I need to open YouTube. We'll see what that... I forgot the name of it already.
Hey, Scooter, what's that little TRM fixie? Are they going to have those at Blade Show?
Oh, yeah, they probably would, wouldn't they? You would think.
They also just released that little naked dagger, too.
Ooh, the hemlock is cool looking.
Oh, yeah, I meant to say I looked that up while I knew Northern Knives. I just didn't know the hemlock. That thing's dope.
Are these the guys from Alaska?
I don't believe so. I think they're in Todd's neck of the woods.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. That's made out of mammoth.
Northern Knives and Derby are freaking been impressing me lately.
I like the looks of the derby ones.
Yeah, dude. I actually need to talk to him face to face. He sent me a message saying he'd love to make a knife for me, and I need to sit down and chat with him about making one because I'd love one like custom made for me. That'd be so great.
Are you going to be at Blade Show again?
Oh
So-
yeah.
Suds?
Yeah, I met him last year and I didn't actually like talk to him.
You gotta eat a baconator with him.
Hell yeah.
He was like, it was like just in passing. He's like, "Hey, what's up, dude? Good to see ya." Handed me a swag pack, and I'm like, "Hey,
Ooh, damn, Patina, the one you posted is sexy.
Bacon blades. Oh, see you later, Neil.
deuces, Neil."
Later.
That's the one Patina posted. That looks quite nice. That guy said I would carry that booger.
Ah, bummer suds.
One baconators for kids. 2 baconators is for men. Sharif, yeah, is the appetizer pizza happening out there?
Ooh, hey, it all depends. Appetizer pizza's a vibe, you know. You just
Appetizer pizza's a vibe.
Oh, Patina, look.
Right now, man.
There's that Be Up spray can.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
I like that you can read the words while it glows.
Yeah.
And then here's that Tucson. Oh, it's a different one. This is the one I gave Javon. Oh, he made these scales. And that's
How
this.
does that compare to the chicken?
Yeah, that's this one. It looks. Wait, am I missing some? Is that a bigger one of these? By the way, I like what you did. That
Me?
looks cool. No. Joe,
Oh, okay.
check out the food thread. The food thread is a dangerous place to be. Crispy's always putting good stuff. Patina had that fried stuff. Crispy's got a brisket right now.
Oh, I hope
Oh.
this is open.
Oh, sorry, Sharif.
No, our restaurant is
But
open.
all's eaten. But
Sorry.
don't ask him how it was. He'll never tell you. I'll leave it up here for your screenshotting needs.
That's a good picture of him.
Good. Let's ruin it. It was good.
Add some chatoyancy.
See, that's cool. Okay. Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
That's money spent, though. Well spent, though.
Yeah.
Bacon. Oh, yes. Is that the guys from Fifth Element? Lilu Dallas Multipass. I agree. There are a few people in history I think deserve an award. The guy who invented cheese because they looked at that curdled milk and was like, I'm going to eat that. And then they were like, that's disgusting. but I'm gonna keep trying until it tastes good.
Then someone was like, I'm going to put this pig on a cow.
Yes. Yes. Check it again. Okay.
Well, your gut boner. Oh, and I read that in your voice, Cole. That doesn't.
That was quick.
Oh, who did that?
I don't know. Let's see. Drew.
Oh, Drizzy.
That is
Oh,
perfect.
look at that. You did it so perfectly.
You did. That is perfect.
Oh, Drizzy. Oh,
God.
Big Paul looks like he's so proud. Look at little me.
You
Oh.
guys
Perfect.
have this. I love it.
Oh yes.
oh boy.
Pocket
Wowzers.
cereal. Yes. Oh yes. Oh, fried egg on a burger with bacon. Nothing is sacred. I hate it here.
Nope.
It really isn't.
Me having some of me. Oh man, I love it.
Speaking of food, I found a new sub shop nearby me, and they do a turkey sub with garlic pesto sauce, and I am addicted. It is awesome.
Probably thinks the song is about him. At least I look good in that pic.
Is that him up in there too?
I was gonna say, did they put his reflection in there?
Kind of looks like it. Kathleen's noticing all the details. At least I look good in that pic.
What's up with the referee broad in the background?
She's probably hosting.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
oh, I love it. Paulception. Turkey with garlic pesto. Yum.
Yeah, dude. It's so good.
Paul has learned if we're ragging on you, it means we like you. Or we hate you. It's one or the other.
I was going to say it's a toss up.
Yeah. You to figure it out.
I've learned over the years it's about 50-50. People do it because they're like, Stevie, you'll think this is funny, or I fucking hate that guy, and I'll just pretend like I'm trying to be funny.
Throws flag at Paul's head. Infraction. They got a diner or Foot Locker. See, this kind of stuff, it took me a while to learn. When people rag on you in a way like this, it's good for your mental health. It brings out laughing.
Yeah.
You could just be, like we said last Wednesday, it's good to turn the brain off sometimes and just be freaking silly. I think a lot of us need it. We're all serious throughout the week all the time, especially at work if you have a high-stress job. It's good to just be silly.
That's why I was telling you that story of like Shaquille O'Neal like coming out to practice like fully naked as a goof. I think is like hilarious because like those guys are really, if you think about it, they're peak of their sport. You know, these are like the toppest of the top tier athletes. This is no different than in like an equivalent person in politics, medicine, sciences, whatever. They're just world is physical, right? And the guy is literally walking out of the locker room with his junk slapping on his thighs and acting like it's normal. That's awesome.
Sharif loves it when dudes do that.
Hey, man, a good time is a good time.
You know, ancient Roman games, the original Olympics were played naked.
Yeah.
What's that when you talk about those people? I know. Sometimes the words that fly out of my mouth, they shouldn't have flown out. I learned what the Midwest is now.
Yo, was Ziggy. Bettina, you're never safe. You're never safe.
Yes, bring back the Naked Olympics.
That rocks, Joe. That's awesome.
And you know, P&W, when he dons his suits, he is definitely making himself a target just to make us all laugh. And I love him for it. What does that say, Sharif? He's gone.
So Mental Health Monday's over, huh?
Basically, we're winding down. People are starting to motor on. I didn't play them earlier because we were in the thick of the mental health part. But as we wind down, just be our silly selves. It's a good way to end it, I think. We were serious for a while, and now it's time to de-escalate the mind. I know. All his Satu's dick enters the gym 5 minutes before Satu does. It was just called the Limp X. I agree. I have a whole category filling up with here. You know what? I'll show you guys. Let's see.
So
Share window? Can I share StreamYard? There you go. Look, I organized things. So look, Sharif motor. Sharif pulls it out. Sharif wraps it up. Sharif will find you. Sharif song. Wait, I don't have the poop one yet. Stevie rock song. It's easier to find things now that it's alphabetical order.
Every time I pull it out, you know, I enjoy playing with this little guy right here. You know.
Yes. Oh man. Stevie, what does he smell? Stevie's muted again.
That's not on here to play.
Oh, we have to switch to yours, huh? Worth it. Worth it. I don't know where yours is though.
Game on is what it do.
What it do?
Get boners getting repped in the street.
I smell marijuana.
There we go.
Bruh.
Someone's gonna stumble on these mental health Mondays start watching them, hopefully, and then they're gonna get to this one and be like, "Man, that was good," and then it's gonna jump to this stuff.
Par for the course.
It is.
You know what, though? As always, I appreciate the Mental Health Monday because obviously we're a bunch of silly goofballs 99.9% of the time, and it is nice actually being serious and talking real once in a while too, you know.
Yep.
Shout out to Maddie for putting this all together and making it happen.
It really does. It really does.
Ooh, unrelated, since we're already off the rails, this is a question because I know there's some traditional people in here. Is it sacrilege if I use this thing?
Use it? A
'Cause
knife's destiny is to be used.
I agree, but it's number 72 lockback. I love it, but I don't know. Been a little scared to use it because the GEC people will come after me.
Use it. I think they like it when they see knives being used and they get those patinas on them.
Yeah. But see, yeah, just like Jim said, it's a rare one, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Use it.
Well, fair.
And Paul, I agree. I think farts were designed to be funny. There's no reason that they sound the way they do other than they were designed to be that way. There could have been a million other ways to dispel gas out of a person, but the fact that it sounds the way it does, it's on purpose. It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can talk here.
I don't know. You know me. Like, if people are chatting, I'll just give a quick reply. I always do.
Oh, heck yeah, Joe. I do want to do more, but Sharif's been busy with Manganus Steel, and he likes doing the lives better than like the pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Although I would still like to do pre-record because I still feel guilty about Randy, because he really wanted to do one, and I said we'll try to schedule one, and then of course he passed away, so he never got to tell his tale, and I don't want that to happen again. So I would like to do more, even if it's just me, but I do like the lives a lot too because it's more interactive.
Yeah.
Feed off your guys's, and I like it better.
I definitely think it'd be nice to get individual stories going again because I think that that's really helpful to a lot of people. But I also love just having the opportunity for people to like air what they're going through right now, and like the challenges day to day. I think that also really helps people. So
have fun, Brian.
Try to do them as much as possible,
I agree. Yeah. He was a good dude.
Agreed.
And Big Jim, definitely try to snag one. Thank you to Mr. Ed. I have one, and it is a really hard one to put down. It just wants to stay in the hand. It is awesome. But yes, Joe, I'm glad you like them. I appreciate everyone who hangs out with us on these, and especially those who want to come up and tell their story. Like Cole was our first, and then Crispy did it, and Urban said Crispy, Sharp Guy, and
heck yeah, Joe.
It was awesome. Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, and shout out to Cold, man, for breaking the seal. And then think about, the first time he hopped on and shared with the community. And then now we're getting his first production knife in the world. Like, if I could, I would give that dude the most ridiculous, annoying hug because I'm so proud of him. Like I don't express it enough, but I'm so impressed with the dude. He's awesome. And on top of that, he's fucking hilarious, and he makes dope ass shirts. Like,
Right.
See long bongo.
Heck yeah, Crispy. Well, I would say then, if Sharif is interested, then maybe after Blade Show, we could start doing a few individual episodes, Sharif.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the Gideon.
Yes.
Designed by this guy.
I know you would be cool. That would be part of the fun.
So uncomfortable. You know what, though? That first mental health recording, though, Cole's screen name was still Cole, last name.
Cole, last name. Yeah.
When he came on, he wasn't going to have the camera on. He was like, I'm just going to do my voice. But then at the last second, he was like, you know what? F it. He turned his camera on and he shared his story. And I think we can all say we learned a lot from Cole.
Later, Joel.
About his, or just anybody about addiction and how to deal with it. And that was an awesome way to start it.
Fuck yeah.
Let it go. But I was very proud of Cole.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
Bunch of good shits you guys are.
Yeah. But I'd say, maybe after Blade Show, Sharif.
Yeah. I'm down.
There was a few people that still wanted to film one.
I'm definitely down.
Heck yes.
I know I'm going to be, not doing much immediately after I get back, energy-wise. So it's, the perfect time, There's nothing to compete with it, time-wise.
And then after the Monday after June 13th, I have Mondays off until July 28th.
Nice.
Hint, hint. If you want. But all the people who have done Mental Health Monday with us, thank you. All you guys who watch it, participate, thank you. What is that? Time for a what?
I don't know.
I think it says... do a motor swap. Suds is working today. I'm glad he stopped by. I'm glad he did that Baconator video.
Yeah.
I post some of those videos sometimes because I want to show that I hard use my knives, which to me, that's how I use my knives basically, is cutting food. But I do want to see people do exactly what you did. Okay, I'm going to... I follow in Scab's footsteps with the sandwich cutting. So I think thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
Heck yeah, Drew. And Drew, there's a channel in the Discord called Everyday Questions. If you want more advice, you can ask about replacement behaviors instead of reaching for snacks, what other people do. I might actually ask it myself because I would like to know, because I'm always cruising for snacks. And for me, what I'm doing is just not buying the snacks. I have nothing keto in the house except for things to cook for dinners. But for me, that's kind of what I need to do. Because I made that tray of brownies. I ate that tray in one night.
I really want to keep going.
There.
Oh, I have no. Yes, get him the blueberry. Yes, I hope someone plays that to Sharif at Blade Show.
Oh God! Oh
Yeah.
God! No!
He'll be stuck at his booth, unable to do anything, and he has to maintain his public appearance, so he can't be rude.
Oh God!
He'll be so vulnerable.
It's not even that. Like that part doesn't bother me. It's just like internet things should stay internet things.
No way. Bring it to life. But yes, Paul, exactly. That's kind of what I've been doing. If I have the snacks, I will eat the snacks. And actually, I'm going to go hop on my bike, my recumbent bike.
Nice.
Maybe. See, Tommy, that's where you and I are different. Because I would 100% just sit next to Sharif and just push it over and over and over until he gives me my Aurelia by putting it through my chest.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. But you know what? I think this is a good time to end it. This was fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my home health in a little bit. I moved them to Mondays.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Iggy, we'll do it Thursday morning, and then unfortunately the other days I won't be able to do it with you guys. But Thursday we definitely can.
No ham sandwich for Maddie.
Heck yeah.
Well, everyone, good night. And yeah, Blade Show's around the corner, so I can't wait to see the lives and content coming out.
Heck yeah.
I'm more interested in the people than the knives, so.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the One Suck Challenge. I cannot wait. That is gonna. We're hyping it up like it's a pay-per-view event.
It is.
Yes, don't forget what today is about. As you grill your burgers, as you eat your steaks.
Shop for mattresses.
Yeah. Don't forget what today is all about. We wouldn't be here if it was for them. If it wasn't for them. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't. You know what I'm trying to say? My brain's broken. Everyone, have a good day. And I always ruin this part. Yeah, just have a good day.